Yeah, I pretty much did. I can't wait till my new mouse comes.
Yeah,
Alright,
the same
Luckily,
guy.
I only need left click for casting.
So you guys think Vibe chose this map because it's hard to like all the tier X spots are like pretty obvious. I
No,
feel like.
this map is when I said remember when we were on Entombed and I said there are two maps where I go pool first to
Yeah.
avoid proxy 2 racks? Well, this is the other of those two.
alright, so I need these player introductions done right away. We've got Vibe in the top left, Zerg player, blue color, and in the bottom right, 4-Not Xenocider. Watch me not read his name. I'm proud of myself. Anyway, he's the yellow Terran, and I brought up a graphic right there during the loading screen. The second graphic I brought up, it was Space Whale Super Showdown bracket. So if you don't know why I'm hosting this show match right now, it is to draw attention towards the Super Showdown, and it's the conclusive event in my 5-tournament series. The first 4 earned these players in the upper bracket. They're the top 2 finishers, like 1 and 2 respectively, from each of the 4 series. And the lower bracket is composed of 3rd and 4th finishers. So note that VVV Glon is in the upper bracket. He played earlier tonight. Remark is in the lower bracket. He played as well. That was an epic series that Remark managed to walk away with the 2-1 victory and the $25 prize in that best of 3. And in this game, we have Xenocider, who previously competed but did not qualify. But casting with me are 2 qualified players, Behemoth and Trogdor. Give me your takes on the upcoming tournament and your anticipation in regards to participation. Or not.
I mean, I think it'll be pretty fun. I'm gonna play a ZVT my first round. I mean, he's higher ranked than me, so it's gonna be really tough. But ZVT is my favorite matchup. It's been for a while, so probably for like the past year and a half, or almost all of when I've been playing the game. So as long as I adjust to my new mouse, which is coming in time, you know, I'll give it my best shot. I'll at least hope to make entertaining games.
Alright, and since Behemoth is not worth hearing from at this point, I do want to point out the mind games that are going on. The barracks was hidden by Xenocider, and he got a gas, so kind of trying to screw with the head of Vibe here, as he just recently proxy racked him for 2 consecutive victories. But it is going to look like a pretty standard expand play here, as the CC is down from Xenocider.
Yeah, the CC in the main to help wall off. I really, really like that because Vibe got proxy racks twice and failed to defend it with hatch first, even though on Ohana it was only a 12-14 and it was on a map where there was less abusive bunker placement. So, you know, Xenocider's a pretty smart guy. He might think, okay, not only did he just get proxy racks and lose twice, but I'm on a map where a few Zergs go pool first to avoid this. I'm going to build a CC in the main to not die to pool first. Like, I really respect that.
Yeah, and he only put 2 guys in gas to get that CC earlier. He is transitioning likely into Hellion play. I think he'll have about 50 gas in a second, and he did cancel a Marine such that he could start the production of the reactor at a more optimal time. Adding a second barracks now, it could be some sort of mid-game push that I haven't seen before. But Vibe's thrown down a spine as 2 queens are popping, hits those injects, and we'll be looking to figure out what Xenocider's up to with this Overlord here. Morphing the orbital before flying to the natural. And he did bring down the queen from his main to the natural, referring to Vibe, that is.
So it looks like he's getting up a reactor factory here for some Hellions, and then he's got a tech lab going down on his barracks, and he's got a second barracks building. So this is something we haven't seen out of Xenocider yet. And then a reactor on the other barracks. So it looks like he's going to do some sort of, probably some sort of bio-based play with some Hellions added in.
Right, yeah, those first 2 Hellions have popped and they're moving out. They'll likely try and clear the towers, but there's nothing there. That's because Vibe has been droning like a madman. I don't think he produced a Ling this game unless it ran in and died scouting.
Interestingly, Xenocider opted to just got out those 2 Hellions, and then he's swapped off the starport onto the reactor for his factory. Now his factory is just sitting there idle, so he's going to just be going into bioplay here with... oh no, he is producing out of the factory, 1 Hellion at a time. So he's going to be getting out reactor, starport medevacs here with some bio. He's got stim on the way, and Hellions, so it'll be a nice little composition. He'll probably look to get fairly aggressive here in the mid game.
Yeah, this is a cool little push he's putting together. I like that he's adding in those extra Hellions without the add-on on the factory, just using whatever structure he has idle at the time to maximize his unit production for the timing he wants to hit. Could be something like a double drop, but if he decides to push straight up, do note that Vibe has produced the Roach Warren, throwing down a macro hatchery, and I believe the 3rd and 4th gas before taking his 3rd base. I think he wants to play kind of safe against Xenocider and get a really strong mid-game force up before trying to secure the 3rd. Like, he doesn't want to do it without layer tech, etc. Or he could be Orn Roachbane.
Looks like push now moving out for Xenocider. He's opting to go straight down the middle as opposed to some sort of more drop-based option, but he might elevate her up into the main. I think he has he has a perfect amount of units to load up into both his medevacs here. And he's going to go right into the main. And will Vi be ready for this? He is a spread creep to that area of his base, which is a really nice plan. That's going to help him out a lot here.
Yeah, he's going to spot the unload, and that'll help him react. But he does only have 8 lings in production. Oh, there's a big force moving up from the natural. These Hellions should be able to deal with it, though. So moving into the mineral line, he bunches up, and that's a sick trade for Xenocider there. Pretty much got rid of all the lings that have spawned here. No roaches produced by Vibe, even though he had the roach warren. Or sorry, 2 rather.
2 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot more roaches out here if he's gonna hold this push.
So he's lost 2 queens so far. The roaches retreating to the natural. That's what Xenocider wants to hit right now. But taking out all these queens is no small deal.
Okay, and he does force the lift off, so he's safe for now. But I mean, he deflects the push and he can go back to doing whatever. But you know, Xenocider lost. What did he lose? He lost like 3 Hellions in that push, and that was it.
Yeah, if you look at the units lost, it's 3 to 31, and the supply right now favors Xenocider. He's moving and clearing out some creep because he knows his opponent only has lings other than those few roaches he dealt with earlier. This is forcing a lot out of Vibe, as 20 more lings will pop, and Xenocider still has the capability to just pick up and get out of here, and maybe even go for the 3rd if he wants.
Yeah, and Xenocider also has the worker lead right now, so I mean every unit he forces out of Vibe right now is just compounded into that. He has the worker lead and he has 2 mules going at once. Oh, I guess it's only 2, no 3rd CC yet.
Vibe did get a 6 around there though, and that is going to deny this attack for now, so he will hold Xenocider ahead, 86 supply to 69 right now, and a Baneling Nest and a Spire is going to be going down for Vibe here. He's going to be pumping lings as well, 16 more lings on the way. He's got a relatively large force here. Marines are running into the 3rd of Vibe, and there's nothing there right now to defend, so these could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're going to pick off the queen, perhaps.
I'm actually surprised that he's going for the Spire and not the Infestation Pit. For 2 reasons. One, that he's kind of behind from the early pressure. Infestors let you catch up a little more. I mean, mutas sometimes let you catch up, but Terrans by now, you know, will make a blind turret in each mineral line, just always. And if they're good with their marine control, as Xenocider has showed, it's just going to be hard to catch up with them, whereas Infestors, like, all throughout the game, you just get opportunities to catch with Bungle. They're just so cost-effective head-on. And just with the roaches synergize a lot better with Infestors than with mutas. But he is going for the mutas, and mutas are decent on this map, so I can't really say it's a terrible choice.
Dropping the main, he's been picking off a lot of queens here. It might even be that he's targeting them, or that's just what Vibe's leaving available. But he's getting into the drones here, and units to defend are kind of far away.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you're always going to send your queen to go after the medevac, so once the units unload, the queen's going to be available to be targeted.
These drops are just so insanely cost efficient for Xenocider. He's playing around with Marines here at the third too, dropping them on the top of this cliff and then down to the third and getting them behind minerals and just trading for lings. Being cost efficient everywhere with all of his harassments, and he's just pulling ahead here in supply. He's about 20 supply ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did have a few kind of delayed pickups that were evening out the units lost tab for a while, but just recently he did hit a few more queens and more drones that have, yeah, he's got about 30 supply lead. His third's well more saturated than that of Vibe, but a huge Baneling Ling force, and as most players will know, against Bio, Ling Baneling's what you want and what you need.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he 2-2 is finishing for him here too, so it looks like he's going to go for some kind of timing, and once again Xenocider's 2-2 is not done in time. This might be troublesome here.
Pretty good splits, but these Banelings have got a full surround, and yeah,
needs to pick up.
Yeah, that would have been the best choice there. The Marauders have persevered, but he's able to get rid of losing a few more Marines that he shouldn't have. I mean, he's still in a stable position, but that went in Vibe's favor slightly, I feel like.
Yeah. Lings surrounding these Marauders here. So many medevacs, so these units are definitely staying alive for quite a while, but that's gonna shut it up. Vibe picks up, but now you can just elevate her up onto this cliff here. Continue to be aggressive.